Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today we have some juicy brand new leaks about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies and the future of the DLC. And this is pretty exciting news in my opinion. Now, it comes straight from the Woo lads. So let me preface by saying, no, they're not 100% confirmed leaks, but the Woo lads are easily the most reliable leakers within the Call of Duty community. 100%. They get just about everything they say right. And they have been for about everything they've said. That's why I trust them, because time and time again, they leak something and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if that's true, but I'll hold on to see if it's true in the end. And it turns out being true. So literally everything these guys say is usually right. Now, there's other leakers out there like Gaming Intel. They're usually wrong. So honestly, just follow the Woo lads on Twitter. Whatever they say, I suggest you follow through with and believe, because it's usually right. So first things first, let's look at these tweets by the Woo lads, which, like I said, they're very trustworthy. Trust me on that one. So, first things first, they said, we keep getting asked about zombies in 2019-2020 season. Zombies will continue on Black Ops 4 outside of the first Black Ops pass. Chaos is finished for this season, but not for Black Ops 4. Ether will be the rest of the season, as you know. Maps in production will be listed in the following tweet: Nuketown, Call the Dead, Green Run, /Tranzit, Die Rise, Buried. These maps are planned to have their own Gauntlet, Grief, and possibly Turned modes. The second season of Black Ops 4 Zombies will have 2 more Chaos maps with some of the aforementioned Ether maps. 5 and Mob of the Dead will be faithfully remastered too, instead of reimagining them as they currently are in Black Ops 4. This is subject to development changes. Call the Dead is planned to be a faithful remaster, whereas Tranzit is planned to be a bit more unique. So how do I feel about these information? Well, first of all, Modern Warfare 4 seems like it might not have zombies just because of a lot of tweets, a lot of other things that have been going on, which is unfortunate in my opinion, because I've really been looking forward to Modern Warfare 4's adaptation of zombies, which I really thought that we're gonna get, but it seems like we're not gonna get that, and instead we're just gonna get a continuation of zombies in 2020 from Black Ops 4, which to some people is a good thing, to some people is a bad thing. Now, what does that mean? What are we going to get from Modern Warfare 4? It better be some sort of a supernatural mode. I tell you, if it's not zombies and it's not extinction and it's instead Spec Ops and survival, I will be angry. Not that I don't like Spec Ops and survival, but Spec Ops and survival should not replace a sort of supernatural mode like zombies or extinction. A mode that has its own story, a mode that has its own maps, a mode that has its own unique features and elements and soundtrack and writing and characters and quotes and all that great stuff. You know, survival in Spec Ops, it's literally, first of all, survival is just multiplayer maps that you play against, you shoot bots basically. That's what it is. Campaign or Spec Ops is literally taking parts of campaign missions, removing the story and letting you play with friends. They're cool concepts, don't get me wrong, but they're not good for a complete replacement. So if they're gonna forcefully give us Spec Ops and survival instead of any other sort of supernatural mode in Black Ops or in Modern Warfare 4, we better get a continuation of Black Ops 4 Zombies like it says here, as well as continuation of Black Ops 4 Blackout, and Modern Warfare 4's multiplayer better be banging. It better have so much content to the point where we are just fulfilled with the great stuff. So let's look at these maps themselves. So what one would probably think is that these maps are just going to be all part of one Zombies Chronicles 2 pack they'll probably get next year. Personally, I don't think that's what's going to happen, and this is what I don't want to happen either. I'd rather get it like this, where we have Nuketown, Tranzit, Die Rise, and Buried all coming out as a part of the Black Ops Pass, the first one that we have now, right? We would get these maps just randomly. Maybe Nuketown will come out next month, and then in between DLC 3 and DLC 4, we would get, you know, Tranzit, and then after DLC 4, but before Modern Warfare 4, we would get the other 2 maps, as well as the 2 new Ether maps that we should be getting. That would be perfect, in my opinion, and it would be free. Well, not free. It would be, if you have the Black Ops Pass, you get those maps as an additional sort of thing, which would be cool. And then the second Black Ops Pass would include 2 brand new Ether maps, 2 brand new Chaos maps, as well as Call the Dead, Mob of the Dead, and 5 remastered. Obviously, 5 and Mob of the Dead, they aren't really remastered in Black Ops 4 right now. These are completely new maps. Classified and Blood of the Dead are not the same. They are the same location, different story, different characters, different Easter egg, different everything else. So it's a new map in my opinion. But unlike, the remasters in Zombies Chronicles as well as the Giant, those are kind of the same maps. And that's what I expect we're going to get with all these maps. Aside from what they say for Transit, they say Transit is more planned to be a bit more unique and different compared to its Black Ops 2 counterpart, which I find to be pretty interesting. And the fact that they're all going to have their own grief modes, their own turn modes, their own gauntlets is pretty awesome in my opinion. That makes me kind of excited for this, regardless of the fact that I really wanted to see Modern Warfare 4 Zombies. But it is what it is. As long as we get a good season of content, I'm happy. And then it begs the question, what about Zombies Chronicles 1? Are we going to get those maps remastered in Black Ops 4 soon at all? If they were, I'm sure it would be that if you had the maps in Black Ops 3, you automatically got them in Black Ops 4. I would assume it would be like that. I don't think they would make you repay for them or anything like that. So don't worry if you're afraid they're going to do that. I don't think they would ever do something as stupid as that, because it wouldn't be that hard for them to transport the maps over, because the Zombies Chronicles maps were literally made on the same engine as Black Ops 4 Zombies. So there'd be no reason for them to do that. So that's why I don't think they would. I think they could easily do it. I think they probably will do it, probably in between some big hiatus point. Maybe at the end of the year, maybe next summer. I don't know. I hope it's sooner rather than later, because waiting and waiting and waiting is not something I feel like doing right now. I just want to get content as much as possible, and I'm hoping that we don't just get 2 more Zombies maps for this DLC season and that's it. I want to see at least a couple of the remakes coming out this year alongside brand new game modes and such that I'm expecting, which would be awesome. And it would make me want to say Black Ops 4 is a lot better than I'm saying it is right now, because the mechanics, the perk system, I made a whole video on it if you guys want to check that out. There's a lot of things wrong with this game, but there's also a lot of great things about it as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.